So on these three rules that we're going to talk about today, we're going to be doing a lot of compressing, meaning the left side of the first two on the board are longer, they're expanded, and we're going to compress them and make them one logarithm, okay? So if you notice, and you may have done this last year, but whenever you see a plus, it turns to multiplication, okay? And whenever you see a minus, it changes to what?
Division.
Division. So we've got 2 logs on the left turn into 1 log, and in doing so, you take the things next to the 2 logs and multiply them or divide them, depending if it's a minus sign or a plus sign. You're going to have some that are really long. There might be a like something, minus something, plus something, minus something. Anything with a minus sign in front of it is divided, goes downstairs. Anything with a plus sign in front of it goes upstairs. That's the way to tell. So even if you get a harder question, which you will, you can do that, okay? The last rule is the exponent rule. And if there's a number hanging out in the front of the log, you can turn it into the exponent of what's next to the log. So that R moves over here to the exponent. That's why I call it the exponent rule. I made up those names just so that you would remember that you have to know that, okay? So let's just do one together, and then we're going to get a little harder. This is the easy one. Log base 3 of 5 plus log base 3 of x equals log base 3 of 10. So we have a plus sign. Plus turns into multiplication. So we're going to change this to 1 log 5x equals log base 3 of 10. Now, just like we did when we did the exponent stuff, if log of this mess equals log of that mess, what do we know about the two messes? They're equal to each other, so 5x equals 10 and x equals 2. Before you write that 2 on your worksheet, you're going to go to the original problem and make sure that when you plug that 2 in for x, you don't get a negative number or a 0. If you get a 0 or a negative number, he gets disqualified, okay? So this one is okay because it doesn't do that. So this next one is log base 10 of 16 minus log base 10 of 2t equals log base 10 of 2. What happens to when it's a minus sign? It turns into 1 log.
Division.
And we change it to 16 over 2t equals log base 10 of 2. Now we can move in for the kill because we have log of this mess equals log of that mess. So we do 16 over 2t equals 2. And we're going to put that 2 over 1 because then you have 2 fractions equal to each other. And how do you solve that? What do you do? Cross multiply. So we have 16 equals 4t. And t equals 4, okay? And when you put that t equals 4 into there, you get an 8, which is a positive number, so that's a good answer. Log base 2 of n equals 1/4 log base 2 of 16 plus 1/2 log base 2 of 49. So whenever there's a number in front of the log, you're going to get rid of them first. So we're going to say log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 16 to the 1/4. He becomes the exponent plus log base 2 of 49 to the 1/2. Now, if you don't recognize your rational exponents of 1/4 and 1/2, what that means is the 4th root and the square root of those numbers. But you can put it in your calculator. Just put 16 to the 1/4 and you should get a 2. Log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 2 plus log base 2. And the square root of 49, which is what 1/2 means, is 7. You can put it in the calculator, 49 to the 1/2. And now we're down to Easy peasy, right? Because we have a plus sign and we turn to, very good. So log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 14. And so n equals 14. Okay, the minus turns to what? The minus turns to what? Division. So let's change that left side. We're going to compress it. 12b minus 21 over b squared minus 3. I'm going to put parentheses around this to keep it together. Equals 2. Okay, so when you put it in exponential form, the base is 2. This guy here, and the exponent's 2, and it equals the mess in the middle. And even if it's ugly, it's okay.
Cross multiply.
Now you cross multiply. 2 squared is 4. So we have 4b squared minus 12 equals 12b minus 21. So when we move everything to the left, because you have a b squared and a b, you need to move everything to the left side where the b squared is positive. So that 12b turns into a minus 12b. And then it's minus 12 plus 21, because we have to move that one over too. So that's plus 9 equals 0. Okay? And this factors. Does anybody know how this factors? It's a perfect square trinomial. What times what is 4b squared? 2b and 2b? And what times what is 9? 3. So what kind of 3 is it going to be, because it has to be a negative 12b in the middle? They both have to be negative. Now look at this. 2b times 2b is 4b. Check. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Check. Now the middle guy is going to be this minus 6b and another minus 6b, which gives us our minus 12b. So we're there. So we have 3b, 2b, minus 3 times 2b minus 3 equals 0. So we make those equal to 0 and we get 3 halves is our answer. B equals 3 halves. The 3 halves makes this guy negative. You understand that?
Yes.
Since it does, can't have him. So the answer to this is going to be no solution.
That was way too much work for one freaking answer.
Yeah.